American Limo. Hey guys, which service is better?
They're all
Tall girl limousines.
all great.
Tall girl limousines.
All right, you
have
had to
that.
put your mother in the car.
They're all great.
No, my mother. Tall girl limousines, home. Right here, my friend.
Yeah, but
I need to go downtown. We're not up there.
Oh, you
though.
need.
Yeah,
No,
but
because
not
that's not
everybody.
the best company. This is the best company right here. The best company won't be up there.
How much does it cost to go to Marriott downtown?
It's supposed to be $23.
Okay. Are you guys here already?
Yeah,
Me?
we're
I got
picking
5
up.
guys out there right now.
So can I have one of them when I get my bag?
When you get your bag. Get your
My
bag.
bag.
Get your bag.
What's your name?
Angel, like an angel.
Angel. All right, man.
My car is in the business.
All right, Angel, save me.
I try.
All right, man. I believe you.
I'll tell you exactly what time it is. Hold on. James Kathleen, Richie got that.
Hey.
1224 is Tom.
Hispanic.
And 240 is the other guy.
He looks
Okay,
Boricua to me.
I'm good.
A lo mejor cubano.
Okay? Jim is going to do the 1220.
Dominicano.
And your people, what's the driver's name that's bringing Tom?
I'm going to go with Dominican.
Well, my name is Andrew Gilby. I've been in the limo business for 23 years. I've been a personal driver for a billionaire for 3 years, for the guy that owns First Choice Bank for 2 years. I've been with the same family for 8 years. Now I not only represent, but I am the sales manager for Tall Girl Limousines for 2 years.
Who's been a motivating force in your life, man? If you have looked back and you say, man, you know, this person really motivated, and then tell me what they did.
Everybody has some kind of motivation. Everybody has some kind of self-esteem. The level of that is what makes you different. How much you use of that. And for me, nothing motivates me more in this world than my mother and my father. Because being the first generation with a little degree, being the first generation to make over $100,000, being the first generation of a business owner, being the first generation successful businessman, I give all that credit to my mother and my father, which both are still alive, but always remembering where they come from and always taking from where they come from to the limit. The biggest change a mother can do for a son is put him on the right track. At 15 years old, my mother understood that if I didn't get out of Harlem, I was on the wrong track. The streets will do that to you when you don't have a lot of family, a lot of educated family, a lot of family to take you and pull you out. My mother did the best she could. My mother signed me up to be a counselor at a Children's Aid Society camp called Wagon Road Camp. Wagon Road was a camp for muscular dystrophy, leukemia, children that are dying, one past 21. When I arrived to that camp, I didn't have a clue what was going on the week of orientation. I thought I was in heaven. I thought that the Brady Bunch landed on my lap and I was going to be in heaven with white kids jumping into a lake and all that. Little did I know that the first week I was being prepared for CPR, cleaning all kinds of bowel movements and all kinds of vomit, and how to take care of asthmatic kids when they having attacks, how to give mouth-to-mouth rest, the whole nine for a whole week. From learning how to meditate to learning how to carry somebody through the woods and just be a part of life. Well, I hated it because I was only 15 years old and I wasn't crazy about cleaning nobody's butt. The first session lasted 3 weeks. I punked out, jumped on the bus, went to New York City. When I got to New York City, I was the last one off the bus and heard someone yell my name. I was kind of afraid. I thought they caught me. The lady said, "Are you Angel?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said to me, "Thank you very much, because you have made my son's life totally different. He's called and she's called and they called, and you've just made such a big difference." Well, I jumped back on that bus, did my 2 next sessions, and went back for another year. And by the time I finished that, I was 17 years old, and I saw myself mature enough to go into the United States Army. The war just barely ended or was in the process of ending. I didn't care. I felt that I got to where I wanted to go to in life, and that's become a man. We have so many people that need to go back to the ghettos and help that one kid like me. That's where my heart goes. You know, it's a shame that we don't have our own real, you know, people coming out and letting the world know that we are struggling like everybody else, but we are being successful also.
We overcome adversity.
Exactly.
We always do, man.
So, I'm proud to be a Puerto Rican today and every day of my life. It's not always about money. A lot of it is about time. To let these kids see that just because they are where they are doesn't mean they can't go where we are.
It's just another story in the jungle. That's all it is. This is what they call a New York Rican.
New York Rican,
This
bro.
is what they call a Chicago Rican, okay?
If I wanna live my life, it's gonna take some sacrifice to step inside my light, to embrace the infinite, to embrace the limitless. I gotta see beyond my senses, 'cause the universe just wants me to say yes, to live my dreams and be all that love is. So I sang my song. I know it won't be long for faith to take me where I'm gonna be, 'cause I stand in the light of God. There's nothing that can bring me down.
I think the theme, you know, something that hit me, you know, when I was in the room thinking about it, I think the theme is going to be finishing the race. In other words, if you started something, you got to finish it, no matter the obstacles, no matter what comes at you. So you're going to hear me repeat that phrase 2 or 3 times. That's going to be, I decided to wrap it around that theme, finishing the race.
Here's one of the messages I want to send out. Is college going to be tough for you? Absolutely, folks, but can you guarantee me one thing? You got to finish the race. It's a competitive society out there. Today, a bachelor's degree is your basic starting point for getting into corporate America. You got to finish the race. I don't care what your GPA is, I want you to finish the race. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying, woohoo, whatever your GPA is, I don't care. And I'm not saying that. I want you to get the best GPA you can, but I want you to what? Finish the race.
Today I'll speak for about 45 minutes. 2,500 kids will hear that speech. All 25 will pick their own moments in time in that speech. They'll say, that touched me, that resonated with me. From that point forward, I can't control anything else. But I'm hoping that when they go back to school and they're sitting in their dorm room, laboring over some exam that they have to take the next day, studying hard, they're crying because they can't figure this stuff out, much like I did, that they go, the guy said, finish the race at any cost. You got to finish the race. And they go, screw it, let's go do it and not quit. I think it's egotistical to think that I can change somebody's life. I think it's egotistical to think I can change somebody else's life. I can't. I can only provide a slight push. That's it. You think of any person's success from A to Z, between A to Z, there were many moments of truths, moments that happened that kept pushing them forward. I am just one simple moment in a, I don't know, from A to Z, in a bunch of little moments along that path. You're part of the success process, and you're not the pivotal point. You are just throwing a stone in the water. When I wanted to get out of the neighborhood, it was all about, getting out of the hood, man. Just, no more food stamps, government cheese, powdered milk, that whole bit. You just wanted to get out, So when I graduated, I moved to Minnesota, went to work for Honeywell. It's no secret, great company. And, it was one of those things that, I thought I'd hit the American dream right there. Go to school, get the education, get the degree, and get the JOB. And so I was happy, like anything else. You're happy for the first year. You're like, making some money. You're not poor anymore.
The option was if I didn't go to college, I had to work in a what? A factory. That option was out. So I said, you know what? I'm going to college. And what do you think was the primary motivating factor for me to go to college? Yell it out. Who said money? Who said money? You think that I would go to college just to get a job for money? You think I'm that shallow? You would be correct.
And so what happened is the first year goes by, money makes you happy. Second year goes by, the money isn't sustaining that happiness. By the third year, I'm not liking my job. What happened in those 3 years? Corporations happen. You know what's wrong with corporations? Here it is in a nutshell. They're run by people. And that's always going to be the problem. Corporations are run by people, and because they're run by people and people are imperfect, you always have an imperfect company. And when emotions get involved, politics get involved, favoritism, I don't care, nepotism, any type of ism you want to throw at it, something eventually happens where you go, I don't want to do this anymore. One day, quit, got another job. And that's actually how I started getting into sales. I started doing more what I call removed from engineering, more what I call application work. And then one day in this new company, they need a manager to travel Latin America to do sales. What I liked about sales was if you performed, you made more money. Inside a corporation, you get a salary. When you're in sales, you get a salary plus all the upside that comes with it if you sell your ass off. And I like that. That was the carrot, man, that kept me going. I was like, wow, so you're really in control of your financial destiny. That was the first taste of saying, wait a minute, I can make as much as I want to hustle for, that's as much I can make.